Good morning, baby. Good morning, baby. Today is Monday, May 26th. Oh, yeah. 5 in the morning. We are moving bright and early. Leaving New York right now. On my way to Connecticut. Gonna go stop, pick up Trey. Then we're gonna keep going to Groton, Connecticut. And we are going to hang out with our good friend Charles today. Haven't seen Charles in a minute, so I'm excited that I get to see him and hang out with him for today. This whole Memorial Day weekend, I feel like I've really just been making my rounds and seeing people who I haven't seen in a while, you know. I got to hang out with Janelle, and we went out to the city, and we painted the town red, and we had a lot of fun, which was really cool. After that, I got to spend time with my parents. You know, yesterday I spent a lot of time with my parents, specifically my father, because we had to, essentially fix the driveway. So in front of our driveway, kind of like where the sidewalk area is or whatever, due to insurance reasons, essentially we have to, patch up all the cracks and all the holes and stuff like that. So went to Home Depot with my father. We got some cement, and then we were out there essentially just patching holes with cement and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And then after that, we stayed outside for a minute just talking. You know, me asking him about his life, asking him certain questions, me just listening to him, you know, talk about some of the experiences he had when he was younger, you know, around my age and stuff like that. So that was really cool. And then after hanging out with him, I went to go see Osara, a really good friend of mine. We went to the Ledge, which is, we call it the Ledge. It's essentially just kind of like a scenic lookout, similar to what me and Janelle did, but it's really just a scenic lookout. So we pulled up there. I had some foldable chairs in the back, so I pulled out the chairs from the back, and we sat there and we talked for hours. I haven't talked to him. I had to see him. I had to apologize to him. Because I don't like this. And this is why, you know, I really practice being a person of my word. So if I tell you something, I'm going to do it. And if I don't do it, or if I can't do it for some reason, I try to at least call or contact you and let you know, hey, I can't do this, yada, yada, yada. But with Osara, he called me one day. I was at work. I was like, yo, bro, I'm either going to call you later tonight or I'm going to call you tomorrow. Never called him back. Ever. So luckily he was free yesterday, and when he got in the car I had to apologize to him, because I just, you know, I really do try to practice the whole being a person of your word. Like if I'm not going to do it, why am I saying it? So I had to apologize to him, because I was like, nah. And of course he wasn't mad. One of my best friends, like, it is what it is. But I still wanted to be like, yo, Brody, I want to apologize, because I definitely said I was going to call you, and I never called you back. And I never even sent you a text into maybe why I didn't call you back, or sent you a text saying, yo, bro, I'm still thinking about you. I'm just busy right now. Nah, I just didn't call for weeks. So I had to apologize for him for that. And moving forward, there's got to be either don't say anything in terms of I'm going to call you back, or if I do say I'm going to call you back, I got to actually do it. So, but I got to hang out with him and chop it up with him, and he seems to be doing well in his life, which I'm pleased about. You know, want to make sure all the homies okay, make sure all the homies are straight. So, and now today I get to spend time with Charles and Trey, but I guess I specified Charles because I haven't seen Charles in a minute. I haven't talked to Charles in a minute. So we're going to hang out today. No idea what we're going to really do, other than there's this breakfast place near him called Norm's, and it's fantastic. It's a great breakfast place. They give you a decent amount of food. They give you a decent amount of food for fairly cheap, or you can even say reasonably priced. And on top of that, it's like the food's good too. It's on some, I ain't gonna say mama's cooking, but it's on some like homemade-esque type of vibe or feel to it. So I'm moving early because they're literally open from like 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. And it takes 2 hours to get to Hartford to pick up Trey, and then another hour to get a grind. So I've been up since 3:30 this morning. Got up, got dressed. It's 5 in the morning now. I'm gonna pick up Trey at 7. Once I get him, we're gonna get down to Charles around 8:30, and then from there we get to go. We get to eat breakfast. It's probably gonna be. That was police. It's probably gonna be packed because it's Memorial Day. And that spot is good, man. I'm telling you that. It's a spot for real. So, but hopefully, we able to, get a seat, get in, be able to sit there, talk, chop it up. And then from there, I don't know what we're going to do. Charles mentioned going to Top Golf, which I'm down to go to Top Golf. He also mentioned, what else did he mention? It was Top Golf. Maybe Rhode Island as well, because there's certain streets in Rhode Island. There's just one street, completely forgot what it's called, but we went there, and there's like a whole bunch of bars, clubs on there. So like during the day, probably won't go there, but if we out during the night, then we might stop by a bar or something like that. But no one knows the name. I forgot it, and Charles forgot it. Pretty sure Trey too. So we probably won't be going there. Might go to Old Mystic. I don't necessarily want to get beef jerky, but I'll buy beef jerky because it'll give us like kind of something to do. That's why I brought up the idea. So I don't mind going there and getting some beef jerky. We really gonna see how the day's gonna go. Like I said, no idea how it's gonna go. No idea how it's gonna be today. But I know it's gonna be a good day. Can I get to hang out with the homies? It's gonna be a good day. Can I get to hang out with the brodies? And I'm excited. It's bright and early. I have semi-energy. I feel like I'm really upbeat in this video, but like not too long ago, I wasn't this upbeat. But I feel okay. Slowly waking up. Literally driving to the sunrise. That's what it is. Driving into the sunrise. Which just kind of reminds me when I was living in New York, working in Connecticut. And I used to have to leave at like 6 in the morning. So I'm moving earlier than what I usually do, but I used to leave at like 6 in the morning. 6:30, the absolute latest. And I'd be driving to like essentially the sunrise, and the sun is just rising. It's a nice feeling. It's cool. It's peaceful. When you look at the sky, and I'm gonna try to turn this, but it might not even work for real. Like, look at that. You can't tell me that's not beautiful. Driving in first thing in the morning. This is nice. What is good? So, I'm leaving Charles's crib right now. Finna head back home. I've been here since 8 a.m. About 6:45 now. It's time to get up out of here. Spent all day here. I'm very, very happy I got to see Charles. I have not seen him in so long. I enjoyed my day with him. I enjoyed talking to him, hearing about his life, hearing about what's going on. It was cool. I thought we were actually going to do Top Golf today, but he actually did Top Golf yesterday with some of his friends. So we went to Norm's, which is a little breakfast spot over here. Food was great, I'm going to be honest. Like, I kind of forgot how good the food was. I didn't even get nothing crazy, but the bacon, egg, and cheese hit. I just got a single pancake, we trying not to be too much of a fat boy. Hit. After that, we went to Old Mystic. No. After that, we went just to Mystic. It's an area with a lot of stores. They got some bars there too, but like a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants, up on the water and stuff like that. The aquarium's right over there. But we walked around in Mystic. After walking around in Mystic, we went to Old Mystic. I ended up buying some jerky. This spot sells really, I'm telling you, like really good jerky. Y'all can see, really good jerky. So the spot sells great jerky, so I had to pick it up. I'm trying the teriyaki this time. Last time I tried the garlic, and the garlic hit different. So I'm gonna try the teriyaki this time. But after that, we went to it's like Nyakatan or Nantucket. Anywho, something front of light. Some along those lines. And it was cool. It was like a beach town. Charles said it's not a beach town, but it's like a beach-ish town. But we pulled up there. We walked around there. Like I said, there was like a little boardwalk that we ended up walking on, but we pretty much just walked the town. After that, we went back to Old Mystic for... what did we go back to Old Mystic for? We were all over. We actually went somewhere else before then and stopped at a coffee shop in like New London. So we sat there at a coffee shop. We went back to Old Mystic and ended up going to this pizza spot. So I got some pizza. Bruh. And Charles told me too. Yo, all the waitresses in there, alright, not all, but like 90% of the waitresses in there bad as hell, bro. Look good as hell, bro. I'm like, I'm at like good 90% of them, bro. They all look good. It's like, it ain't Hooters, but it's like they old version of Hooters, how I looked at it. Because they all in there with tight shirts and short shorts. All of them. All of them double cheeked up. Almost all of them pretty. I'm like, damn, bro, they all look good, man. They all looked good as heck, bro. So that was cool. Had something pretty to look at. Ended up going back to Mystic after that. We just chilled by the water and talk. Me and Charles been talking all day, chilling all day. I haven't seen him in a minute, so it was really just me catching up, you know? Me catching up, seeing how he's doing, seeing how work is going for him, seeing how his life is doing, you know, just hearing some of the things that he's going through, and, you know, being able to talk and listen to him is a blessing, you know. It's really a blessing. So I had a really great Memorial Day weekend. This is one of the best weekends I've had in a while, if I'm gonna be honest. And this is why it's important to have friends. I'm telling you, man. I know not everybody is blessed with friends. I know not everybody is blessed with the friends that I have. You know, a lot of the friends I had, these are relationships I built in elementary school, you know. Shit with Janelle. I knew Janelle since I was 4. I knew Osara since, you know, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade. Same with Charles. I knew Charles since like, was it 3rd grade? 3rd or 2nd grade, you know. A lot of these friendships I developed while I was younger. And now being old enough, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. To be able to have them now and to go and pull up on them and see them and talk to them and chill with them, it's awesome. And I know people out there don't have friends. People out there do not have any type of friends. They spend every weekend by themselves, or they spend every weekend playing video games or online. And that's rough. That's a rough existence, to be honest. Because I think it's important to have friends, just to have someone to spend some time with. We are social creatures. And this comes from someone who actually, I like to be alone. I like to be by myself. But at the same time, there's a part of me that appreciates having a friend, having someone I could call and talk to about almost anything. Having someone I could hang out with and chill for the whole day. And the whole day, some of it's going to be serious, some of it's going to be laughter, and it's going to go back and forth. But it's a blessing to have that. And I really wouldn't, I know some people don't have friends, and I understand, you know, life ain't going to be like this forever, because we all going to get older. Eventually, we all going to be in relationships. Eventually, we all probably going to have families, or at least that's the goal. So I ain't going to be able to actually spend time with the brodies like that. But it's a blessing to have this. Like, literally, like yesterday, for example. Charles, this was planned somewhat. We didn't really know what we were going to do, but it was pretty much planned, like, yo, I'm going to see you on Monday. But, like, for instance, Osara, it wasn't planned. I texted him, hey, are you busy? He was basically like, no. Hey, do you want to go for a ride? Sure. Go to his house, boom, hop in the car. Like this, you know? But it's cool to have a friend who you can call and be like, hey, do you want to chill? Yeah, sure. And then you go chill with them and talk to them for hours. And you can tell them what's on your mind. You can tell them what you've been going through. You can tell them about certain ideas that you have. You can tell them about your life, your ideology. You tell them about the new things that you're going through. You know, you could give them some type of advice, something that might help them grow. Anything, bro. Anything. But you don't get that from friends. I'm sorry. You don't get that being alone and having no friends, you know? So I feel bad for the people with no friends. You know, I really do. And I really wouldn't be able to live a life like that. And like right now, after spending this weekend with them, spending time with them, you know, makes me appreciate them even more. Makes me have more love for them. Makes me realize, dang, like I miss this. I'm hanging out with Charles today, and in my head, and listen, me and Charles are nothing special today at all. There was nothing magnificent about what we did. We ain't do nothing exciting, nothing crazy. But the fact that I got to like talk to Charles and see how his life is, it made me really think like, dang, like I enjoy this. I miss this. I miss talking to him, bro. Seeing how his life is, like I enjoy this. This is fun. This is fun. I had so much fun today, and we didn't even really do nothing crazy. We just talked all day. Went to different places to talk. That's it. I had so much fun though, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. So it's important to have friends, and if anyone is watching this, find a way to make some friends, man. Even if it's just one, because at least with a friend you have someone you could talk to. With a friend you have someone you could confide to. With a friend you have someone you could laugh with. You have someone you could cry with. You have someone who can give you some type of advice. A friend who could possibly help you become better, help you elevate. There's so many different, so many different things a friend could do for you, a good friend could do for you. And Jesus has blessed me with really good friendships, and friendships that I've developed, or friendships that have been well developed and well crafted. So now that I'm 24, I still can call them, I still can talk to them, they still want to hang out, they still want to do things with me. They still like me and I still like them, and we still have love for each other, And even though it might not be exactly the same, because it ain't never going to be exactly the same as how it was back in high school, it's still nothing but love. It's still nothing but, hey, I'm happy I got to see you today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'm going to see you soon. I'm going to see you again. Let's do this again. Let's meet up. Seek a friend before you need it, man. It's very important. And I know I already talked about this. I already made probably another 1 or 2 videos about this subject, but me hanging with friends, it brings me this level of appreciation and joy for them, And I try my best to help out the best I can and give back the best I can, We all look out for each other. At least we all try to. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you. I'm very blessed, and I thank Jesus so much for this. So now it's pretty much the end of my day. I'm gonna get home around like 7:30. I am tired, man. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, and I've been out the house since 5 a.m. this morning. So I'm gonna go back, finally get to go back to my crib, I'll lay down, sleep, just relax for the rest of the night. Got some things we gotta do tomorrow, but I'll worry about that tomorrow. Until then, enjoy this ride back. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna chill. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I love you, Brody. Keep your head up. Keep pushing, baby. Peace.